Here we are again, Elvis Sunday. Welcome to Popular Tripe. My name is Nick, and also happy Father's Day. To that end, I've had a request from my own dad last week. He started singing it to me. He said the train one, and started singing it to me, and joined dots, and it's Mystery Train. So this week we are looking at Mystery Train from Elvis. I think the original recording was in 1955. I should say Elvis's original recording. I think Junior Parker wrote and recorded this in 1953, a couple of years earlier. We will be looking at two versions today. The original studio recording from 1955, which I'm not sure that I've heard before. The one I seem the most familiar with, and that's just because I know that I have watched That's the Way It Is a long time ago now. But there's another version from, I think it's the intro, the opening of That's the Way It Is. And that's a medley with Mystery Train and Tiger Man, if I remember correctly. So we're going to take a look at both of those today. Like I said, the latter one I know I've seen before, but it's going to be interesting just to hear the two versions or see the two versions next to each other. So let's just do that. Leave a like on this video if you can. Really helps out the channel. Thank you so much. Hopefully you can't hear it, but it's just started pouring with rain outside. The weather in the UK is just horrific at the moment for a summer. There's been no summer at all so far. So it's pouring with rain outside. Hopefully this doesn't pick up on the camera and you can't hear it. So yeah, this week's request is for and from my dad. And it is Father's Day, obviously. And I've been brought up to do as I'm told. So... So let's just jump straight into it. The first version we listen to is the studio version from 1955. So here we go. Elvis Presley sings Mystery Train. Okay. Train at the beginning.
Train arrived.
This is what my dad was singing to me.
16 coaches long. Train arrived. 16 coaches long. Well, that long black train got my baby and gone.
Rockabilly Elvis, isn't it?
Train, train, coming round the bend. Train, train, coming round the bend. Well, it took my baby, but it never will again. No, not again. Train, train, coming down the line. Train, train, coming down the line. Well, it's bringing my baby, 'cause she's mine, oh, mine, she's mine, oh, mine.
Everyone will be screaming now.
Train, train, coming round the bend. Train, train, coming round the bend. Well, it took my baby, but it never will again. Never will again.
Wow. That was super. Yeah, I'm familiar with the song, but just I don't think I've heard that studio version. And it's interesting watching it like a lyric video that went with that and seeing the lyrics come up, and you see how simple a song it was, but just how much he brought to it. And I just love those in the verses, those lines that repeat, where it's just like coming round again and train. I haven't heard the original version by Junior Parker, so I don't know how different Elvis's is compared to that. But just to think that was 1955, so he would have been just like 20 years old. That's just the energy to it, and kind of Elvis going full rockabilly at that stage. It just sounds so good. Sounds so good. It's going to be interesting now to do that jump 15 years later, 1970, and I'm very familiar with, from the performances that we've seen before from That's the Way It Is, kind of just that presence on stage and the scope of all that. And I think, like I said, I think this is the intro to the film, so it's going to be lots of quick edits, I suspect, and titles coming up and whatever. However, just to see him performing, being so much more accomplished at a later point, I'm really intrigued to see what that brings to us. So let's just jump straight into that. Elvis Presley from That's the Way It Is. It's a medley, Mystery Train and Tiger Man, and it's coming straight up.
Train I ride, 16
Edits.
coaches long. Train I ride,
Love his
16
band.
coaches long. Well, that long black train got my baby and gone.
Hey.
Train, coming on round the bend. Train, coming on round the bend. Well, it's taking my
Yeah, lots of
baby,
clips for the rest of the film here.
gonna do it again. Well, I'm the king of the jungle, they call me the tiger.
Wow.
I'm the king of the jungle, they call me the tiger. But if you cross my path, you take your own life in your... Well, I get up on a mountain and I call my mountain. Well, I get up on a mountain and I call my mountain.
This is amazing.
My bear cat comes running and the hound dog taking away. Well, I get up on a mountain and I call my mountain. Well, I get up on a mountain and I call my mountain. My bear cat comes
missed this. This is
running
so
and the
good.
hound dog taking way back, way back, way back.
To have been there. Thank you, Fabrica's channel again. That's incredible. I've got conscious just watching that. The last few weeks I've been doing a lot of Elvis songs that don't necessarily have videos of live performances attached to them. So I've been listening to the music a lot more and kind of not watching the man himself perform them. So to watch something with that much energy in, I could almost feel like my eyes glassing over. The energy and the power and just the fun and joy of it all kind of got to me in like a really positive, overwhelmingly positive way. So it was just kind of watching it, and I was like in awe of what I was seeing there. We didn't get very much of Mystery Train within that. I know it's one of Fabrica's, from the Fabrica Elvis channel. It was one of their edits. And so I don't know how closely it stuck to the original opening of That's the Way It Is, or whether there was lots of footage. I recognise some little bits that flashed up, cut-ins, that came from other performances, I think. And I don't know whether that was part of the original edit or Fabrica's own edit. And I realised I don't know the song Tiger Man. And I was also very aware that as we merged from Mystery Train to Tiger Man, the guitar riff in the background, that kind of ding 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 ding, won't do it again, but it kept going. So they kind of had the same backing track almost for both songs. I think I'm possibly wrong. You'll tell me if I'm wrong, I'm sure, but it was just seamless. And I don't know how different that version of Tiger Man is to a studio recorded version. If indeed there is a studio, I'm assuming there's a studio recorded version out there somewhere. But just see him on stage again. I know we all have our own sort of favourite eras of Elvis. Some love everything, and some prefer like the 50s and 60s stuff, and some prefer the 70s. And it's just the energy of that whole show. I haven't watched That's the Way It Is for a good number of years, and it's because of these Elvis Sundays that I haven't. Because obviously, if anything else comes up that I want to watch, I don't want to be overly familiar with it anymore, and I want my reactions to be genuine. But when I see something like that, I really feel like I'm missing out by not being able to like watch it more and watch it in its entirety. Because I think that film, just every clip that we've seen from that film over I think I might have been doing this for a couple of years now, give or take. But every Elvis Sunday that features That's the Way It Is, I'm just completely stunned by the performance, by the atmosphere, by the whole way it was shot, that band, the Sweet Sensations, everything about it. It's just my favourite. I'm losing, I can't talk. I'll stop talking. No, I won't stop talking. It'd be a very boring video. It might be a better video for you perhaps. But it's just my favourite era, I think. That I'm very much in love with the 68 comeback special, and That's the Way It Is film. It just stuns me and overwhelms me every time that I watch it. And so to see him on stage again and to see him doing his thing, wow, brilliant. The performance has kind of maybe overwhelmed what I kind of got from the song. I don't know. I can't remember much about the song now, other than the energy about it. It is a very different feel from that, that kind of 1955 rockabilly vibe to on stage there. It still kind of had that, and there were some moments where he was standing still and he was performing it, but there was a different presence about it and a different power in his voice that we've discussed before. It's just amazing to watch. Really enjoyed that. Really did. So we're going to leave it there. Father's Day, going to see my own dad a bit later. My two offspring, older offspring, are coming over as well. So good family day ahead. So we're going to get on with it. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know what you think down in the comments down below. Also, if you did like this video, please show me you did. Hit that thumbs up button. Tap subscribe on the channel if you haven't done that already. If you have, thank you so much for being on board. But until next time, until next Sunday, have an amazing week, and I will see you soon. Take care. Be good. Bye-bye.